Welcome back to another episode of Random Convos from the Couch.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back to another episode. Jesus. Okay. So, start the new episode off how we do.
Yeah.
Every week, since we've been consistent. New music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, first start off, I'm going to talk about City Girls.
Okay.
So, City Girls dropped a project called Raw. And I'm not a big fan of the name. It is an acronym.
Oh yeah, Real Ass Whores. Women was right there. It was right there.
I don't know why they decided to go with that name. I wasn't a big fan of the name itself. Before I talk about the project, I know I had touched base on it last week when we were talking about the City Girls, and I felt as though they didn't receive, they weren't getting the same, there was like lack of promotion, right? For the project.
Okay.
Right? Because it wasn't even like a huge announcement from even them about the album coming out. I think it came out like, I saw a clip on Twitter from the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
And they just announced it like, not even like on the stage, but like in their interview backstage.
Right.
Oh, like they were like, our album's coming out next week. And I'm like, next week? I thought it was odd because, like I mentioned previously, the last City Girl project, they had City on Lock, I think is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
The songs got leaked. So they didn't.
Which is weird for them.
And I think it's actually happened for them like twice. Like I think that was not a one-time occurrence. Okay. So that happened to them previously too. I don't know if it was for like an album rollout, maybe it's for a song, but I think it's happened to them before as well. Anyway, yeah, that project, they didn't really get the proper album release because it got leaked, so they were just like, fuck it, here's the album. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, as we know too, but it has been a few years since they have released a project, and in the meantime, like I mentioned as well, QC has been sold.
Yeah.
They've been acquired. So there's that. So with the album being announced last week, I thought it was fairly odd just because of history, because of the fact that previously you guys' albums, you did not get the opportunity to properly promote your album and let the girls know and the guys know, hey, we got new music coming out. Mm-hmm. Typically when that happens, you see artists doing press runs, right? Like they'll go on every radio station. Artists now are even doing podcasts, right, to promote their albums. This didn't happen. And it was odd too because this time nothing got leaked, right? Mm-hmm. It was all on their accord, how everything they wanted to happen. But so nothing got in the way and y'all still didn't properly promote it, right? And so this morning, I was like, oh, no, new album. I go to Apple Music, new music on albums. Their album's not there. I'm like, City Girls is a pretty big name.
I saw it.
No, later.
No, I saw it like at 11 something.
No, I saw it when okay.
No. It wasn't on the album part, but it's up top. It was like the first thing. But I get what you're saying.
But this morning at 8 o'clock, the whole list, it was not there for new albums. I had to search it, and it was weird. And then I think I went back to it again like later in the afternoon, and it was there. But I was like, for them to be such a big name as who they are as far as like the hip hop world, you would have thought that it would have been under new music. Like, and I don't know if that's like, I don't think that just goes with the name. I think that's based on your label, right? Because isn't it really like your label is the one that pushes your album to be at the forefront?
I think
or maybe you pay extra money or whatever.
I think both
City Girls they should have the backing for that. They had QC, right? I mean, it was just it's just been very weird.
I think it's just a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
It has to be. But aside from that, y'all, get into the album. It sounds like a City Girls album, right? I'm going to say that. They even give you a disclaimer. The first song, which I believe is called Raw, it's not even a song. They're rapping. I guess you can call it they're not even rapping. I guess you can.
Freestyle or something?
No, I guess you can call it maybe like an interlude. They're literally just talking, like, basically letting people know, like, hey, just a heads up, we are not. They were like, we are not Drake and Jay-Z. Not Drake and Jay-Z, but they literally said, we ain't J. Cole. You not about to get no lyrical rap in here. They literally said that, basically. They were like, this is some pussy rapping. They were like, we ain't no Queen Latifah. They were like, this ain't no Unity, like, you know, whatever, like, they telling you what this album's gonna be about. And it was definitely that. And they had it was one song. There's a few songs I liked. They actually had a one song or two. It actually had a real, like, Florida Uncle Luke type of feel. So I was like, okay, it's giving, like, Freaknik or, you know, whatever back in the day. But their project was cool. They got a song on there with Lil Durk, with Money Long. That one song they have too. I forget what the other girl's name is. It's okay. Let me see. Any new music for you?
Well, Ross and Meek Mill, they dropped a new song to
like
go
it?
with the album. Yes, I think it's lyrical. It's the
Lyrical Easy.
Yes, and it's a flip off one of my favorite Jay-Z songs, Lyrical Exercise. When I heard that the piano, ding, 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 I was like, oh, y'all about to. I'm ready for this album. I didn't even know that they were good.
Is Meek Mill really rapping? Is he rapping on it?
Yes, but here's the thing: you're getting the best of what we can get from Meek, and we're getting that. I think I'm Big Meech Ross.
Okay.
Oh,
which is my favorite.
Yeah.
But I forgot what the album is called. Is it Teflon Don?
Yeah.
I love that album.
Yes,
Rick Ross.
I think it's his best one.
I'm not even a big Rick Ross fan, y'all.
But
But
certainly,
that album, though, oh my
It
god,
was different. Yeah.
If you want to listen to an album, y'all, that's gonna like get you like I'm that nigga, like talk shit, like get you kind of hyped up type of stuff, listen to Teflon Don.
Yeah, and but they're gonna come out with their project next month. I'm excited for it. Not too much music. I mean, I know.
Summer Walker. She dropped a 3-pack of Girls Need Love Too.
Okay, so how about this? Which one was your favorite from those three?
I'm gonna be honest. My favorite one was actually the Tyler one.
Really? That was my. If I had to rank them, it would be my third.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess like sonically how it sounded really good. Of course, it was Victoria Monet and it was Tink.
Tink was my favorite.
All three of ladies did amazing. They all sound good.
Yeah.
I will say, I think you had mentioned this like off camera and stuff like that. It is kind of odd that she's releasing this version like 2, 3, 4 years later or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I saw too, I forgot which one I had played. I just wanted to look at the credits or whatever. Drake is credited. But I thought Drake was only on the remix.
It could be background vocals.
Okay.
Because normally, sometimes when you see a credit, it's either writing or if you like how Marsha Ambrosia, I should say, was on when you say, "Oh, she's on the Maida song, the Sex," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Then I was like, "Wait a minute, no. At the end, she's doing the flow. All you gotta do is say yes."
Okay.
So you get credit that way, and then even if a sample,
so they might have used a sample from the Girls Need Love 2 remix, instead of the original.
Exactly. So
Gotcha.
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna throw this out, even though I would normally would say this on my show, but you know, new music. Shout out to KO. She came out with a project on, I want to say Tuesday. It's Not You, It's Me. Phenomenal. She is so consistent with her music. Y'all check this project out if you can. KO. I'll even throw one more person in there for new music. A song that dropped yesterday. Alondra Marie. She dropped a song called.
These are Oklahoma artists, y'all, so definitely check them out.
Yeah, because I want to give them more shine on my platforms if I can. But Alondra Marie, she dropped the NDA remix. She dropped the original back in, I want to say July, and then she has a remix out. So y'all check it out for real.
And some other Oklahoma artists, Courtney Lachelle.
Yeah, you know, hey, we gonna keep repping over here.
Love Courtney, she is amazing.
She is.
As well as Rachel Black. I really like her too.
Yeah, y'all for real.
Cody's put me on these people, y'all.
That's what I do. I want to make sure I share the wealth and be like, y'all, you know, playing these songs and everything like that. So
also too, y'all, I know we don't really mention it. We haven't mentioned it in a minute. Definitely be sure to check out Cody's podcast, y'all. He does have a podcast called Access Code,
yeah,
where he actually interviews and talks to, local artists and musicians up and coming. So he has a lot of interviews with some local Oklahoma artists, y'all. So definitely check them out. He's actually interviewed some people he just mentioned. So
yeah.
Definitely check those out.
Yeah, check those out for real. But let's we'll shift over.
Ready to get into the topics?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. So first things first, y'all. I want to talk about, I'm sure everyone probably feels this way, Jada Pinkett Smith, right? Miss Jada. I loved you in Shame, loved you in that movie.
I watched a little bit of that movie yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Loved her in that, right?
But this ain't the 90s no more, even though it's
no,
90s.
And so if you guys don't know, so Jada Pinkett Smith is right now like on a promo run or whatever because she is releasing a book. I don't know when it's coming out.
I thought it already. Oh no, I don't know.
Or maybe
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
So I guess she's going like on all these different TV shows and doing interviews and podcasts where she's basically I guess explaining. I don't know if she's explaining things that's going on in her book, but she's talking about her life, right? Now, we've all heard a lot of stuff about Jada. Jada's personal life, her and Will. It was a whole incident with Chris Rock. Then there's a whole incident with August Alsina, the whole entanglement thing.
Yeah.
So with her coming out, from the book, of course, when people are releasing books, they want to, release a few teasers, give you a few snippets to get people excited about what's going on. So, she's just been doing a lot of talking. And, at this point, we really just want her to
stop.
Just stop. Stop talking. Like, she's talking about Tupac a lot. And I'm like, girl, please. No one really wants to hear about your relationship with Tupac. You are a whole married woman. You have children with Willard Smith, not with Tupac Shakur. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. And then you say, too, that they never were like, what?
Hold on. Is his real name Willard? Or you?
Yes, his real name is Willard. You didn't know that?
I did not know this.
You thought his name was Will, like William?
Yeah, like William Smith.
No, that nigga's name is Willard. Yes, Willard. Okay, Wikipedia, Google that.
I don't understand why she talking about you. Willard?
But nonetheless, though, right, y'all, like she's talking about Tupac, like he was the love of her life, like that was her man. But she also says, too, they were never, like, intimate or, like, romantically involved, but that was, like, like her soulmate, her person and shit like that. And it's like, to me, it's just like, how disrespectful it is for you to be talking about this man when you are a married woman. You are talking as if you lost the love of your life. And she basically said that kind of like, she kind of settled for Will. She admitted she didn't want to be married. I think like the day of her wedding day, she was crying. She didn't want to get married. So it's like, why are you... Cody, do you have any thoughts?
No, I don't. Because I had to mute her name off of Twitter and stuff. I just didn't want to see no more headlines.
And y'all, and like, another thing, like, what she came out and said regarding Chris Rock, right? She said, though, Chris Rock, she said, Chris Rock asked her on a date when he heard, quote unquote, rumors that they were broken or separated. And she was like, no, which that was odd, right? Like, why would you mention, oh yeah, he asked me out? And then she said she was confused when Will slapped Chris because she was like, we weren't even together at the time. We weren't living inside the same house.
Okay, two things. If I was Chris, if I got slapped, now hold on, everybody don't look good in this situation.
Okay.
One person looks weak. One person just got hit because he kept running his mouth. Other person don't even like the person she married with. All that type of stuff. It's just too much going on. So I'm gonna say this right now. If I was Chris Rock and I just got slapped on national television because you wanted to defend your wife, even though I wouldn't have said the things like that, and y'all not even together, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you. Because why the fuck you gonna? So you hitting me over the fact that y'all not even together?
No, I mean, like it's like people in the like outside world didn't know that. So
well, that's true.
People have to like they're trying to uphold an image.
No, I know, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, like. So really, basically I looked at it like, so he really got hit for nothing. And another thing, Jada, if you really was selling crack, just like Jim Jones said, we gotta backtrack.
I'm not gonna lie, that was okay.
That was random.
Yeah, so I guess she said she was a drug dealer, and then Jim Jones, balling guy, he was like, I don't believe that Jada was selling crack. He was like,
butter.
He said, I need all the crackheads and fiends to come out to confirm.
No, he has a valid point. You
and
can
then
never
I told
say.
Cody, I said that wouldn't make no sense because they was a crackhead and a fiend. Ain't they probably dead?
Nah. Somebody. Here's the thing: there could be crack fiends today that wasn't really a crack fiend back at that time.
But how do they know if she was dealing back then?
Yeah, no. Somebody. Here's the thing: street dudes really know what's really going on behind the scenes. Somebody. The streets be talking. So
okay.
somebody got to know something. It's not hard to find out. Which one to get into?
Just to talk about it quickly. I know we talked about his album, but I do want to offer congratulations to Drake because we actually mentioned. Well, actually that cut out. Drake for tying the record with Michael Jackson for the most Billboard #1 Hot 100 spots, which is a feat. Such a good thing to accomplish, especially too at his young age. And it's also too because, granted he's biracial, but he identifies as black, so another black person.
Well, you talking about Drake, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to J. Cole for getting his first #1. That's where I'll leave it at. He never got one. I didn't, and that was surprising to me. Crazy. So some news. Well, if we're gonna give out some congratulations, so a few go around. Allen Iverson and Shaq. Shout out to y'all. I think they said they brought him back as this, but I'll say like we never talked about this on the show. Shaq is the president of Reebok, and Allen Iverson is the vice president. So first,
is that a first?
I think so.
Two former athletes.
I wouldn't say two former athletes for the first time, maybe for them, but with Reebok.
No, not two, but like as far as those are very much high positions in a company.
Yeah.
For a big company like Reebok.
Yeah, but I don't know everybody else's situations, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But first duty of them doing this was what's her name? Angel Reese is the first signee.
Okay.
So she is now.
She got the NIL deal.
Yeah, she's now signed with Reebok, and this is cool. I always wanted to know how that was gonna go because I think, if I'm not mistaken, LSU it could be Adidas, from my understanding, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think they're not signed by Reebok, so the fact that she can wear these shoes it's different from like when Michael Jordan's son, mm-hmm. how he wanted to wear Jordans, but he's playing for UCF, and they was like, "No, we're wearing Adidas." There was no NIL deals.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit different.
You can't wear.
He just wanted to wear that for personal reasons.
Yeah, it's like
this is like a brand.
You couldn't have went to a school that maybe it had like Nike or something like that.
Yeah, like so, I'm under contract.
Yeah.
Like,
but we'll stay in sports for a brief second. So Kevin Porter Jr. We talked about. I think we talked about it on the pod. Last week we brought up about Miles Bridges.
If for people who don't know, the guy that Cody's talking about, this is a guy that basically assaulted his girlfriend.
Yeah. Now, I marked it down because of, this incident happened over a month ago, a few weeks ago, or something like that, and it was just like, okay, nothing really occurred. Like, normally they kind of act pretty fast on these things. Mm-hmm. So later on this week, he was traded to Oklahoma City. He played for the Houston Rockets. Let me throw that out there. And he got traded to Oklahoma City for them to trade over Victor Oladipo and Jeremiah Robertson Earl. And
that's such an old name. Uncle Earl! If you guys don't know that reference, it's from...
No. If you don't know the reference, you are too young to be watching this podcast.
But if you don't know,
Yeah.
It's from Johnson's Family Vacation.
Yeah. Shout out to Cedric for real. But no, so
that's funny.
They traded him to Oklahoma City only for him to just go ahead and get dropped. And my question, I'm thinking like, so why did the Rockets just drop him? You know?
Okay.
Like,
I was telling Cody, stuff like this really always annoys me when it comes to athletes and them getting arrested, particularly when it comes to domestic violence. Mm-hmm. To me, it is always very telling and always very insulting when shit like this happens, because it's like the organizations, and this is both NBA and NFL, when stuff like this happens, no one's fired, right? Like, people are still on the team. They might just like suspend him, for like a game or two.
And I do think it's investigations just to see, but
you know what I mean? Like, even for instance, like, this is about basketball, but even taking it back to football, right? Deshaun Watson, when he played for Texas, right? Yeah. Houston Texans. He had all those damn allegations against him, right? It was like over 25 women, different women came up forth and said that he sexually assaulted them in some way, shape, or form, right? At massage parlors when he would get massages. And the fact that this man stayed on teams, the fact that the situation happened that another team still wanted him. It's like, fuck what the hell you did to other women. You're an abuser. Oh, you can make our organization money. We're gonna keep you. You're too good of a player for us to drop you. So we're just gonna overlook that.
The same thing happened with, I think, 2 different situations with Ben Roethlisberger.
Like it's weird as fuck. Yeah. And then the same thing with this NBA. If I recall, this dude, he broke the girl's jaw. Okay, well, we need to figure out I don't know what's really going on with that. Are you talking about Kevin Porter? I think so.
Okay, I don't know what's going on because she's coming out saying that he didn't ever touch her. She's reporting saying this and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's just.
I don't know, but I don't know if that's true or not. No, regardless of the fact, though.
Yeah.
They both do it. When shit happens, when athletes get in trouble, when it comes to domestic violence, these organizations do nothing to penalize the player. No one ever gets fired. Y'all keep him on the team. You suspend him for a couple of fucking days.
Or you dropped him because of a situation outside of what's going on. Like when the kids and Adrian Peterson, like when they say he was beating his kids, like
when it's bad for the brand.
Yeah. And so when sponsorships started pulling out, that's when they were like,
abusing animal. Oh my God, abusing an animal. Oh my God, you're horrible. You go to jail. You're beating a woman though. Hitting a woman,
Well, we got to look into this, and then sometimes that's don't really. Nothing. Yeah,
and it's just straight. Crazy. It's straight BS.
It's crazy. Let me go over to something random. So, Suge Knight revealed that he will be starting his own podcast from prison. It will be called "Collect Calls with Suge Knight." Did you hear about this?
So I did hear about that, and I will say, the name is very catchy. I think it's actually a good name.
Yeah.
But I'm also then
it's what breakbeat media.
But then it makes me start thinking, what the hell is prison like for these so-called quote unquote celebrities? How the hell are you in prison recording a podcast? Is given that one time, I forgot what it was. A nigga was in prison.
Oh no, you talking about R. Kelly.
Rapping is something different. Like I said, you on the phone talking into the on the phone call. You're just talking. And you just so happen to be rhyming your words. But a nigga singing like a nigga like R. Kelly. Like, fam. Can you imagine other niggas beside him like, Exactly. Exactly. Like, how is this working, bruh? When I was talking about
he's not a low singer.
Yeah, when he was like making music in jail, and I'm like, how the hell he doing that in prison?
Right.
Your cell ain't that big, and the nigga be doing runs and shit, So how is this nigga doing a podcast?
Yo, I didn't even. He got a podcast deal with Breakbeat Media. If y'all don't know that, it's Don't Call Me White Girl. That's I think is it Funny Marco? Is he got he on there? That is a big situation. But then someone brought up a good point because this news came out today. Someone brought up a good point. Like, what if he's just talking on his podcast and the CEO is like, "All right, lights out." Yeah. Like, I gotta go. You know.
Yeah, I'm just really, but I'm like, what is these situations like in prison? Like, what type of?
And he's doing it with somebody. I want to say.
I mean,
it's gonna be 30-minute episodes, and the first episode will be dropping on Halloween.
Of course, it's 30 minutes. That nigga's on a time. He's on a time schedule. Wow. He probably get only 1 or 2 hours out the hole, right?
I want to know: is this going to be audio only, or do we get a camera with this?
Cody, you definitely not getting a damn visual.
I know. I just need to be like, orange jumpsuit with the glasses. You know how the bald niggas to be in prison and everything like that.
You never know.
Calls with Suge Knight.
And too, because he's like, since he's a celebrity, he's not in general population. So I think the reason it has to be 30 minutes is because of the fact he probably only gets 1 or 2 hours out for visitation. He might be recording.
So he got to do this on one take. That's
probably. Yes, I mean
ads.
The nigga's in prison. What the fuck are you promoting in prison? And let me tell y'all something. If y'all are listening to a nigga in prison and just really that invested and like, I'm gonna trust what he says.
Listen, Blue Chew.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God. Yeah,
no.
That's what's going on right now.
So, did you want to talk about Funny Marco? Or do you want to talk about some other stuff?
You know what? Let's say we can because we went from one podcast to another one. Go ahead.
Well, you know more about it. I don't really know much about it. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess this is gonna be brief. I mean, I didn't watch the interview. I just didn't like how all of a sudden the what's his name, Southside and G Herbo.
Mm-hmm. And all I know really from Southside is I know that's Young Miami's baby daddy. And I remember Cody told me he's like a producer. I was like, oh, he makes
yeah. Southside he produced one of the songs.
I'll get you. Yeah. You got it because you can't think of one.
No. It was the Doja Cat City Girls collaboration they had on the City on Lock album.
Because that was her.
That's the first one I thought of. I don't know why. That was just because I remember his name.
And then also too, y'all, it was in G Herbo. They were both, I guess, just being very disrespectful towards Funny Marco.
They threw a cup at him.
Yeah, and I think they said they broke his watch, which is very interesting because G Herbo is about to go to jail. Is he not?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we learned he is scamming ass nigga.
Yeah, and his name is Herbert, so I don't understand why he be making fun of anybody. In
Points were made.
Right.
Or in the words of Young Miami, period.
And then Southside looking like the outside of a Chipotle bag on his face and shit like that. So I don't,
because he got all the tattoos.
Yeah, no, because I'm sorry, it's not even the fact. It's like I'm sorry. I get it. He got more money and all that, whatever like that. But you take an ugly nigga and make him even he went to the tattoo parlor and was just like, just do whatever you feel.
That's how a lot of them look, honestly.
I know, but I mean, some at least a tattoo tier, cool, whatever. But this dude just went overboard with it. So I look. All I'm gonna say is, please just stop. All these guests, stop being disrespectful. There's a way you can do it, not being disrespectful, but in a way you can, if you're trying to like how Offset was with Old Girl. Mm-hmm. He didn't cross the line. He was just basically giving back the energy she gave him.
Yeah, she read it. But then I just saw an interview he did recently on another white girl's podcast. It was Don't Call Her Daddy. I think he was on.
Call Me Daddy.
Oh, what's it called?
Yeah, because you're getting mixed up with Don't Call Me White Girl and Call Her Daddy.
Oh yeah, okay, Call Her Daddy.
Yeah. Spotify.
And we don't need to tell him where to find him. Jesus.
No. She's exclusively.
Oh.
That's the reason why I was like, Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even on her podcast, Offset was super engaged and is really talking and stuff like that. So it's just the energy that she gave him, he just gave it tenfold.
Yeah.
And she tried to come for his ass, and he had to check her. Okay, I got you.
Real quick, just because you brought up Offset, shout out to everybody last week who dropped the project. Offset, I don't know what he sold, but I think he did pretty well. Mm-hmm. Westside Gunn, he got on the charts 20,000 now for independent. Because I got to throw that out there. Because if you big then I wouldn't say Offset. like a Cardi B, 20,000 is low.
Yeah,
but for West Side
low.
Gun, that is. And let me backtrack what I said last week. I said it without the car test and just really relaxing. So what you heard was what I heard from work. The album is actually good. Which I was like, it's catchy. Yeah. So when I played it for you, well, Charisma was like, yo, I like a couple of these records.
I liked like one or two, but yeah, I like one.
But you liked something.
Okay.
That's the point. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay.
So you have another one?
Oh, well, I was gonna talk about the old dude turning down some money. The rapper.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, no, what were you about to say before?
Let's talk about Best Buy.
Oh, go ahead. We'll get to it in a minute.
I don't know if you guys know. So Best Buy announced that they're going to stop selling DVDs by the end of 2023. And I was like, wow, that's
so soon.
Yeah. It's like an end of an era. Which is so interesting to me, y'all. The reason it was kind of nostalgic. It made me really sad because, y'all, back in the day, like when I was in high school, middle school, and stuff like that, me and my mom, like, I remember that's where we would get like a lot of our movies. Like, we got like some TV series too. That's where we got it from. Like, we have like Martin on DVD. We had every season of the Cosby Show. This was prior to us finding out about Bill Cosby being a creep. The side note, still love the Cosby Show. But yeah, we had like those shows and stuff like that. So that's where we would go, So it's different just knowing like, damn, like DVDs are really becoming obsolete and streaming is now the way that it is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it's crazy. Pretty soon it's gonna be like, why even have a DVD?
Y'all, I feel bad for the DVD person, the bootleggers, the ones who always got the sleeves ready.
We used to buy DVDs for $5. They used to sell them outside the hair store parking lot.
Oh, that's what they did yours? That's the East Side shit.
Yeah, East Side.
Let me tell y'all about Edmund. I don't remember his name, but if you live in Edmond, Oklahoma, you know who I'm talking about. This dude will be riding around in his car. He'll be like in the parking lot. But here's the thing. I think if he advertised to the white people, it would be like the DVDs, like say, Sin City, or I was trying to think of a Jessica Alba movie, the blue shit, white movies. I can't think of something right now. The Wedding Crashers,
yeah,
some shit like that.
White movies.
But to the black people.
We used to be like,
no. With the black people, he'd be like, "Yo, I got that Picky DVD, Big Bubble Butts 8 and some shit like that."
He would never.
This nigga trying to sell like support those to me two different occasions.
Maybe because you were a guy, he would just be like, "I got movies $5."
But you know what? But here's the thing. I think this is how it went. I think he strategized. He realized, I'm gonna go to like the older white people, like I got Days of Our Lives season 8.
She looked at you and was like, "Oh, this little dude probably a little horny. Let me give him some pinky." Because why would he approach you just with the porn?
No, I think I would be honest with you.
Because why would he go to the old woman with? You said Days of Our Lives, which is a soap opera.
I know. They probably had some DVDs and shit like that.
It came on every day. You just recorded.
Yeah, and then if you missed it, you got the DVD.
There was no season. Seasons don't end on fucking soap opera shit.
That's why I said season 8. He probably was like, "Yo, I got that shit from 1994." No, but he strategized really well, and I appreciate him. I don't remember his name. Y'all probably do, but if you know who I'm talking about,
they don't. I promise you, they don't. But okay.
But for the DVDs, it's crazy because like, man, like that's really end of an era. Like we really got to come into consideration.
Now they got fucking streaming and motherfuckers like Netflix is going up on prices.
See, that's why I told you about the new Xbox I'm gonna wind up getting. You were like, "What? We can't watch the DVDs." I'm like, well, in my mind, I'm thinking, with you, I'm making a good decision because, whatever.
So we're gonna talk about Young Jock.
Oh,
and then we can get into the Can You Believe These Shits.
Cool.
I have like 2 of them.
I have 1.
Okay.
All right, we'll run through this pretty quickly. Young Jock decided. Well, he had said that he had got offered $250,000 to perform at like a Pride concert or something. I don't have like the article. I totally forgot to put it in there and everything. I think we both came to a consideration like, my dude, take the $250.
You mean came to a conclusion?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Might help with y'all. Yo, but it was the fact that like he didn't want to do this because he didn't want men looking at him with lustful eyes, is what he said.
Yeah, so
and we both was like, they are not checking for you. Like,
yeah, Young Drop, I can promise you, no one's requesting it's going down. Granted, that does sound like someone's going down, but I promise you, the gays are not requesting that at an event.
You are not Method Man, and so $250, $250,000, excuse me.
And clearly,
four of your songs to get off stage.
And clearly, you're not self-aware. Talking about lustful eyes. Have you seen yourself? You ain't the finest nigga around. And the fact that you would think just because you're a man that the gay men would see, that's the thing with a lot of men. They be thinking when they find out a nigga is gay, oh, I can't be friends with him because he might think I'm attractive. Yes, like, nigga, trust.
Like, come on. If every woman is not after you, I promise you're okay. Okay,
please,
you're safe.
But
with his big bell pepper ass nose. All right, let's get into Can You Believe This Shit?
Okay, so I have two.
All right.
So one of them, I want to ask if you had heard about this story.
Okay.
Did you hear about GameStop?
No.
Okay. So a clerk at a Florida GameStop store is facing manslaughter charges because he shot and killed a man who was trying to steal Pokemon cards.
This is so fucked up. I'm not into Pokemon. All I had was I had one card somebody just gave to me. They didn't want it. It was like Dingo. I think it was a dog or some shit like that. I forgot if that's the name or, I don't need all you Pokemon back in the day people all in the comments.
But my nigga though.
But
let me tell you something. First of all, why the hell you got a gun in GameStop?
Hold on, and he's the person that owns the store?
No, he works there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Not own. I'm sorry. Meant to say
he's
that.
He's an employee.
Yeah.
And a nigga in there stealing.
I think, don't you gotta be strapped? Well, what state was this? Florida?
Florida.
Yeah, you go be strapped. Yeah. That's a requirement at this point.
But no one said you need to go out and chase them. Let me tell
he went outside?
He shot and killed the man.
I thought he was like in the store. I mean, I don't know the story. So I was assuming maybe,
Yeah. He said the man took 5 boxes of Scarlet and Violet Ultra trading cards. Then the man ran and he shot and killed him.
I don't know what's worse. Someone going to jail over murder for some Pokemon cards, or the fact that your last thing on Earth was stealing Pokemon cards.
But my thing is also to the employee, right?
Why
would you? My thing is this: if he was not causing you physical harm, if he's stealing cards and walking out the store, do you not know that stores have insurance?
Yeah, and people.
Believe me, everything in that motherfucking store is insured.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something too.
It ain't worth it.
And it's not. And let me tell you something too. Since you shot and killed that man, right? You think that store gonna stand behind you? Who gonna pay for your lawyer, boo? It ain't gonna be GameStop. They didn't tell you to shoot that man.
He probably thought
they gonna do.
Your Honor, he was our best employee.
No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna disassociate themselves with that.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna say this did not call for you to shoot and kill a man. A fucking Pokemon card. Come on.
Maybe he was gonna sell him or something. I can't think of no reason. Man, like he ready to grab the blick over some Pokemon cards.
So do you want to tell? You can do the other one, or do you want to tell yours?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last one I have, this was something I learned this week. A story that I'd heard. Did you ever hear? I'm gonna be just brief. Did you hear about a man that basically ran through a whole town with a bulldozer and killed people and ran over some buildings?
No. Did not.
Yes.
Oh God.
So this happened in Colorado, and it was called the Killdozer. Okay. So essentially, what happened? Well, I don't know if he actually killed people, but he destroyed like 20-something buildings. Okay. So basically, what happened was he had some land. Okay. And this construction company, I forgot what type of business this was wanting to build on his land.
Okay.
Right? Or wanted to buy it. And for years or whatever, they were negotiating. For years, they were like negotiating or whatever on the land or whatever. And they never came up with a price.
Okay.
Right? So what happened was the company ended up getting approved by the city to build on the land, like a zoning thing, right? Old guy didn't like that, right? He had, I guess, like been filing motions or whatever for that to not happen, and it got denied. So he worked like at a welding shop or whatever, he owned like a muffler shop. Okay. So at night, essentially because he was so upset about the event that it turned out about basically this company taking over his land. In his shop, he had a bulldozer that he already had that he basically made into like a military weapon, where he put like bulletproof glass and put all these levels of aluminum and like building like a big ass shield, right? Because he was so pissed, this man drove the bulldozer through his town, knocking over, destroying like 20-something buildings, running them over the buildings, because he was so pissed that the city did this. He ended up killing himself. I mean, why you make that face? He knew he was going to jail.
Yeah, no, but yeah.
Y'all, like, yeah, he ended up he knocked down 13 buildings and caused $7 million in damage. His name was Marvin Heemeyer.
He may have been an idiot.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the smartest move. That's not how you retaliate.
I think the Capitol shit fucked y'all up. Y'all think y'all invincible. Okay.
Oh, this was way before this though.
Oh well, okay, but still, people getting extra confidence out of something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this happened in 2004.
Gotcha. Well, sorry, my can you believe this shit does not involve anybody getting murdered or killed.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah. But we gotta take it back to the state of Oklahoma. So, a homeless man was found sleeping in a Brahms, or to everyone else outside of Oklahoma, maybe even Texas, Oklahoma convenience store, dairy store, if you will.
Okay.
So Philip Hickman, 41 years old, was caught snoozing in Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Store in Norman, Oklahoma. This was last month, but I just heard about this week.
Okay.
Employees called police around 6 a.m. To report a possible robbery after tiles had fallen from the ceiling and the camera system was damaged. And so, Norman police went ahead and checked it out and found a homeless man. So,
hold on. Wait. What did the title of the thing say?
The title?
Oh, I didn't hear you say he was sleeping in a ceiling.
Yeah.
I thought you said he was just found sleeping in a Brahms.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. If I didn't mention that, my apologies.
He
was up in the ceiling.
Okay, because I didn't want to mention it. I was like, I didn't want to say.
Oh, this sounds regular.
Yeah, I'm like,
but this is just Tuesday.
But I was gonna let you get to it because I was like,
my bad,
maybe it's a build up. Okay,
yeah, my bad. So yeah, so they so some tiles fell from the ceiling, whatever. So the officer was like, "Well, we got some dummy up in the ceiling, right?" And so firefighters had to, get in there to use a ladder just to get the access. And this man pretended to nap to avoid getting arrested, right? So they eventually got him down. It's a black man too.
Oh no!
And he was.
Let me see his face. I ain't even gonna tell you who he look like. I'm gonna tell you off camera.
Oh, I know who he look like. Hold on. Before we go any further, do he look like a rapper?
Yes.
Rest in peace to him.
Yes.
I'll put the, I'll put it up on the screen, but I'm not gonna lie, he low key do look like. All of us say is, hold on. Don't play with me.
Play with your bitch.
Rest in peace, no, for real. But he low key do, because as when you said that, I'm thinking, well, I think we're on the right page here. I feel bad, but he did look like Dolph. But Dolph wouldn't do this at all.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he was covered in dust. He was shirtless.
How the hell you get in the ceiling of a restaurant?
Where
the hell you come? Were you climbing in from the side? Where you coming in at? Maybe he was already. You had to be already in it.
Well, here's the thing. It's unclear how Hickman got into the building, as there were no signs of forced entry. You know,
because I'm like, what, he going through a bathroom vent or some shit?
We don't know how he got there. But they said he only caused $1,000. Is better than $7 million worth of damages and everything. But yeah, at one point, as he was coming down, the officer made a joke, was like, well, just the time for breakfast, because it was 6 a.m.
I wonder how long he been up there.
I don't know, but in my mind, I'm thinking like, dang, what?
What I mean by long is like, was this his first time up there?
I don't think it is. The reason why I don't think it is because
I wonder when they close, would he be making stuff some food? And he would just clean up after himself. But it's kind of weird though, because he didn't have a shirt on. I know that grease was burning his ass. Pop, 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 pop.
Maybe. Get me off this fucking show. Oh my God, that was good. Okay, hold on. This is also Brahms. Why the fuck would you think it would be the burgers, man? I'll be going for the ice cream and the cookies and
that ain't gonna make me full. I am not a kid. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to touch all the meat and all that shit.
You trying to eat a meal?
Yeah, I get the crinkle cut fries and some cherry limeades. There you go.
You gotta fry them.
Yeah. But no, what I was gonna say, what I think he did, I think the nigga didn't have no shirt on because he had to use the shirt for his blanket, the comfort. So
okay.
The kind of put it over and everything like that. Yeah, I don't know how he got up there, and I don't think that was his first time, because you can't just do that one time. I think this time it didn't work. Whatever like that, and he got caught. So yeah, I like the Oklahoma ones because
I know they're embarrassing as hell.
All right, so we got anything else before we get out of here?
No.
All right, y'all. Until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.